rims it out. Tiger will make that. It'll be a round of 10 over par, 81.
6 putted from less than 2 feet.
Unfortunately, that's happened to an awful lot of players.
There are golf shots that belong in instruction manuals. Pure, clean, and poetic. Then there are shots that make you question reality. What you're about to witness are not just bad shots. They are disasters, implosions, the kind of moments that leave crowds speechless and players emotionally shattered. These aren't just mistakes. These are the worst shots in golf history. On number 10, we have the double hit disaster.
On this chip shot, TC Chen's club inadvertently but clearly hits his ball twice during the final round of the 1985.
It was the final round of the 1985 US Open, and TC Chen was in contention for the title. He stood over a chip shot near the green, needing calm execution, but when he swung, disaster struck. The club made contact twice.
US Open. If a player's club strikes the ball more than once in the course of a stroke, the player must count the stroke and add a penalty.
The first hit was solid, the second accidental. In a split second, the ball was struck again mid-flight by the same club. The result? A penalty stroke, a ruined hole, and the nickname that stuck, Two Chip Chen.
To Rule 14-4. With the penalty, Chen took an 8 on this hole and eventually finished 1 stroke back of the winner.
Blunder cost him the US Open, from a near lock for the title to finishing runner-up, all because of a moment that still makes golfers cringe. On number 9, we have the tee-box topper.
Eagle Putty could get it double figures under par in one fell swoop. As he hit
Ian Poulter, a seasoned pro, stepped up to a short par 3 at the Italian Open with quiet confidence. His swing was soft and controlled, barely brushing the ball as it left the club face. Incredibly, it rolled and rolled, until it stopped just 1 centimeter before the cup. A miss that felt almost scripted by irony.
Has he hit it? Has he hit it? Oh no.
The crowd gasped, then murmured in stunned disbelief. Some laughed nervously, others just stared in silence. Poulter scratched the back of his head, eyes on the ground, and slowly bowed his head in quiet embarrassment. It was a moment he wished he could rewind, all playing out live on TV.
He's so angry, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Even the commentators couldn't believe it. One of them whispered, he's just trying to contain himself not to say or do anything that'll result in a fine. Their disbelief matched the crowd's. It felt like gravity had paused, just to mess with Poulter's pride. On number 8, we have the wedge whiff. It was the final round of the 2010 St. Jude Classic, and Robert Garrigus held a commanding 3-shot lead. On number 7, we have the infamous water wedge.
Look how far left he's aiming now.
Oh, look. Oh, no. Wow.
During a tense moment, John Daly lined up for his next shot, aiming awkwardly far left of the intended target. The commentators were quick to notice, questioning his strategy.
Oh my goodness. Hey, well, this one's on. Billy Ray.
He made contact, but the ball soared nowhere near the green and landed deep in the thick rough. Daly's frustration was immediate. He turned and walked away briskly from the tee, shaking his head.
Oh, and there goes the club in the water. So John Daly, after sending...
And in a dramatic burst of emotion, he hurled his club into Lake Michigan. The splash echoed his mood, and the commentators summed it up best. A classic John Daly meltdown, sealed in one unforgettable throw. On number 6, we have the 1-inch putt miss.
On the first hole, and
Ernie Els, a 4-time major champion, was on the first green at Augusta. With calm focus, he lined up a short putt, barely over 2 feet. It should have been automatic.
he's 6 putted from less than 2 feet.
Unfortunately, that's happened to an awful lot of...
But then, everything unraveled. He missed the first, then lipped out the second. Each stroke after seemed more hesitant, more painful. By the time he tapped in the 6th, the damage was unthinkable. 6 putts on 1 green.
Training in your brain, this is the first hole, and he's not even touching the hole, and then here, he just...
The world watched in disbelief. Commentators fell silent. The meltdown took only minutes, but its memory will echo for years. Augusta's first hole had just humbled one of the game's greats. On number 5, we have the cut bounce heartbreaker.
Magnificent second shot.
Tiger Woods was locked in, focused, and steady, standing just a few feet from the cup on a damp and wind-whipped St. Andrews green. It looked like a sure birdie.
Oh, well, that just sums up the day.
Struck the ball gently and it rolled smoothly, tracking a perfect line. But just as it reached the cup, it curved in the strangest way. The ball skimmed along the rim, rode the edge, then changed direction, rolling back out and settling heartbreakingly on the green again.
Rims it out. Tiger will make that. Be a round of 10 over par, 81.
The crowd groaned in disbelief. Tiger stood still, then slowly brought his putter to his lap, clutching both ends and bowing his head in stunned frustration. The weather had played its part, but the cup itself felt like the final trickster. On number 4, we have the complete collapse.
Van de Velde second. Never crossed my mind.
John Van de Velde stepped onto the 18th tee at Carnoustie with a 3-shot lead. All he needed was a double bogey to secure the Open Championship, but instead of playing it safe, he pulled out his driver, an aggressive choice on a hole filled with hazards.
And a bounce backwards. There he goes there, misses everybody, and you see misses the bounce on the stonework on the edge of the burn, and then goes back into the...
His tee shot veered into thick rough. Undeterred, he went for the green, but struck the grandstand, sending the ball ricocheting wildly. Still with strokes to spare, he chose to avoid a water shot, dropped again, and found more trouble, this time the bunker.
Minutes ago, he gets away with it. 3 shots already. Pick out for 4. Pick on the green 5.
The crowd looked on in disbelief as he removed his shoes and considered playing from the burn. After all the chaos, he finished with a triple bogey. A playoff followed, and with it, one of golf's most infamous collapses. On number 3, we have the out-of-bounds chainsaw.
This what? We think that.
Easy does it. No. Well. The crowd let out a stunned groan. Sergio stood there, frozen in disbelief, as if time had paused. A well-struck shot had just turned into a penalty stroke. It was one of the cruelest bounces ever seen at Augusta, and it set the tone for a disastrous hole. And at number 1, we have the most expensive shank in golf history. Jordan Spieth had a commanding lead at the 2016 Masters, but at the par 3 12th, everything fell apart.
Kept getting worse.
The bunker, so it's not going to scare him if he goes long.
2 shots into the water, a penalty, then a chunked pitch. Just like that, his 5-shot lead evaporated. He went from green jacket lock to stunned runner-up, all because of one catastrophic hole, a career-defining unraveling. These weren't just bad shots, they were moments that shook careers, changed tournaments, and haunted even the greatest players. They serve as a reminder, in golf, no one is safe. Not from pressure, not from physics, and definitely not from themselves.